really hard work, but many times we come alongside these men and women and offer them a chance for a new beginning. These people are trapped in situations beyond their control. So what we do is to try to offer them opportunities to start life again.
Years back, the founder of the foundation had an encounter with a young man in the hospital, and after a series of treatment, he discovered that it wasn't going, the way he wanted it, and found out that this person was using drugs. So he decided to treat him to the best of his ability, and he went out well, discharged, and he noticed a lot of young people were coming in with the same symptoms of the other guy, discovering a particular drug use among them. So that was what actually propelled him into going into drugs. Well, it's dependent on the drug you use that will determine the kind of, when they are craving, what they have. The one for cocaine is different from heroin, is different from cannabis. So they come differently. We admit ages between 15 to 50. And we notice that within this age range, there are a lot of young adults that are involved with drugs. We still have others that are below this age that do that, but the age range we work with is within this age specification, 15 to 50. For admission, we have more male than female, but that doesn't mean female don't do it, but because they are hidden, because of the societal tag and stigma. So sometimes they don't come out, but we have a lot of women that are on drugs, a lot of them. Well, we have from secondary school, dropouts, professionals, lecturers, even professors that we've had to treat in time past. So there's no category and cadre you are looking at that you can't find. We've had a medical doctor, we've got a PhD holder, we've got a professor that we've treated, we've got people in the social media. Is a social media expert, and he was into drugs. So we have categories of people that there's no one you are looking for, including people that are not learned. It cuts across. So drug is not limited to maybe the rich or the poor, the educated, it cuts across everybody. There are so many reasons. Number one, that is commonly, from the layman is what we would say the peer pressure. Friends. Sometimes also we have role modeling. We have social media, because on social media you see some adverts. In movies you see people like they are role model in acting, or they are celebrity they are following. After a particular victory he wants to celebrate, so he decides to take alcohol or smoke, so they feel okay. And we have a lot of adverts. Now most of these alcoholic beverages, they do what is called reverse psychology for people to do drugs. There's a particular one that says, be honorable. Now for a young adult who is still trying to find who he is, will believe, to become honorable, I need to take a particular brand of alcohol. And that is another way, because the adverts gives them that. Some people do drugs because they have mental health issues. They notice certain mental health challenges, but if they pick up a particular drug, it suppresses it. That's what is called drug-suppressed psychosis and drug-induced psychosis. So it believes, if I use this particular drugs, it suppresses this psychosis, so why can't I take it? So medical reason, but without going to a professional to give them the right medication. That is there. And also frustration. A lot of people are frustrated, so they just feel, how can I overcome it? So they take solace in drugs. Some it's in alcohol, some it's in cocaine, heroin, cannabis, depending on what is available to them at that point in time. And there's always someone that knows somewhere that they can get it. So it's, it's a chain reaction. There's frustration, there's someone who will link them up to where they will get it. And the first time, you will also want it the second time, because there is that feel, the euphoric feeling you get the first time, you always want it. And that is from the first use, they become dependent and they move to addiction. And so it's keep going until many of them leave their home and go to the joint and start staying at the joint. Well, there's so many now, but I think the best way to do this is you can check our YouTube channel, Freedom Foundation Nigeria YouTube channel. We have some documentary there. We have a program going on TV called My Lagos Diary that will give you the selected stories that are touching that we have worked on. So I can't say one, but if I have to pick, I think probably I will pick the story of, who can I pick now? Maybe Rose. There's a lady that we rehabilitated from Marine Beach. And we picked her up. She was into drugs. She was way down. So we picked her. She started the detox phase. From there, we moved her to the female wing, which is our Genesis house for rehabilitation. After a while, she was reintegrated back to our family. And from there, she started working with us. And I've had to work with her on different projects that, and she has been awesome, from the joint. You need to watch the documentary. This is just like paraphrasing. Until you watch that documentary, then you'll be able to appreciate what I'm saying. From a lady sleeping under dilapidated trucks at Marine Beach to someone that now attends seminars with United Nations Office on Drug and Crime. So you can picture that story. So that is one of them, one of the many. But on our YouTube channel, you can see them. We have been advocating that government, judicial system should not punish drug users, but support. At the moment, the law in Nigeria is the drug user and the drug dealer, when they are caught, they have the same sentence. A person has drug use problem, is not a criminal, and you are given the same sentence with the person that is selling the drugs. Now, the problem here is not giving the right judgment for the right offender, giving the wrong judgment for the wrong person. So if government can change the policy, that would be a good one. If government can also support, there's a lot of, in Nigeria, there was a research that was carried out by UNODC, and we only have 500 beds for people with problematic drug use in Nigeria. Only 500 beds. And we have well over 3 million people at the joint in Southwest. Over 3 million in Southwest. And we only have 500 beds. So that is still not enough. So there's need to support organizations that are into rehabilitation. There's need for government to set out certain rehab centers, manned and controlled by government. Because NGOs and individuals will not be able to do it alone. it's a field that people will really not want to go into, because if you don't have the passion, it's not easy to go into. So we need government to support in that aspect. Policy should favor organization that is working on these. Policies should also favor people that have problematic drug use, not you sentence them to prison. When they get to prison, they come back worse, because by the time they are in prison for a period of time, probably they're away from the drug. But by the time they come out, they overdose and then can lead to death.